What is good, YouTube, man? Today I'm back with you guys, with the nation, for another video, man. And today, we have some interesting news, man. We really do have some interesting news. But first, you already know I have to give a huge shout out to your boy Icy Nate, man. And that guy, he comes in clutch with these thumbnails, man. So please, please, please go check out his channel. It is at icy_Nate. Go show him some love. Go show him that Raider Nation support that you guys can always support, man. Just show him that love that we all know you guys can show, right? So, let's talk about some news, right? So there's been some reports lately, kind of swirling around. Right now we got to take everything with a grain of salt, right? Because there's not too much things that are really set in stone at the moment, right? Like, we know that we had some UDFAs do like a rookie mini camp, and a lot of the stuff we didn't really get to see them on the field. We just saw a lot of snapshots, a lot of pictures, right? We didn't really see much of them working, but we've gotten some reports that the Raiders apparently want second-year offensive guard out of Clemson, John Simpson, to start this year. Now, I completely understand. Why you would want him to start. That's a big investment. I believe he was a 4th or 5th round pick. And for an interior offensive lineman, that is a big investment, in my opinion, right? I mean, that means that he is probably top 50 at his position, top 40 at his position, or even top 20 at his position coming in, right? That is a big investment for an offensive guard. Now, I have no problems with John Simpson starting, right? I mean, we have to look at it. He played a couple games, and yeah, they weren't the best, but at the same time, he's gone up against some good competition, right? He's faced some solid competition in his first year as a Raider, and in my opinion, he did pretty well, right? I mean, John Simpson filled in pretty well when it came down to him having to fill in for Richie Incognito when he was absent, or when Denzel Good had to play tackle. We saw John Simpson a decent amount this year, right? And in my honest opinion, I don't think that he did too bad, right? Now, where it's kind of confusing is that we know that we just re-signed one of our best guys that we had on that offensive line last year in Denzel Good, right? Denzel Good played really good, right? I mean, he was a very, very good, above average right tackle, in my opinion. He was an above average right guard and left guard when he had to play. I mean, we signed him for 2 extra years. Now, with the reports saying that Denzel Good is more of a fallback plan to John Simpson, is kind of surprising to me, right? Because that we just brought back, after an early release of Richie Incognito, we brought him back for $2.6 million. Now, if you were to break down Denzel Good's contract, he's making roughly just under $4.5 million a year, right? Now, that is what's confusing to me, right? For us to say, or for the reports to say, that John Simpson is a fallback plan or is a backup plan for John Simpson, or Denzel Good is a fallback plan for John Simpson, is really, really interesting to me, because I knew that we had only 1 year left with Incognito. We only re-signed him for 1 year, right? But for us to re-sign Denzel Good for 2 years showed that we wanted some long-term, production out of Denzel Good, right? 2 years is pretty long, this season and next season. But that's what was a bit surprising to me, right? We have Denzel Good, a very, very good, serviceable offensive lineman that can play every position. Now, does this mean that maybe this is a fallback plan for Denzel Good's a fallback plan for John Simpson and Alex Leatherwood? That's what's interesting to me, right? Are they 110% in on Alex Leatherwood, being able to rock out week 1, right? I know that Alex Leatherwood week 1 is going to be our starter, but to say that John Simpson is the guy that they want to start week 1, well, does that mean that Richie Incognito is fighting for a spot? I really don't think so. I think that Richie Incognito has his spot set in stone, right? He is a bully. He is that veteran that you need, right? Now, for Denzel Good to be a fallback plan, for one, if these things are true, I think it's a bit disrespectful to Denzel Good. He's performed at a high level. Do I think that it's good for us to have a Denzel Good caliber of guy just to be able to put on the depth chart? Of course, you can never be mad at great depth like a guy with Denzel Good, right? He's a guy who can play at a good level at right tackle if Alex Leatherwood were to struggle. He's a guy who can fill in immediately for John Simpson if John Simpson were to struggle, right? I mean, yes, it is very, very good to have a guy like Denzel Good as your backup plan, but that was very interesting for me to hear that, there's been swirling reports that John Simpson is the guy that they want to start week 1. Now, I understand. You got a good contract on him. You want to use it. But those are some interesting reports to say the least, right? Let me know what your let me know what your guys' thoughts are about that whole John Simpson, Denzel Good. Let me know what you guys think about that. Do you guys think that maybe Richie Incognito's job is up for a bit of a fighting tussle with Denzel Good? Let me know what you guys think about that in the comment section down below. But we also got some official number changes. Now, these number changes aren't set in stone, right? So we have the big name Yannick Ngakoue. He takes the number right off of Kendall Vickers' back. So Yannick Ngakoue, like he said in that presser when he first got here, Yannick Ngakoue is going to be wearing that number 91, right? That is his number. He said that when he got here, he was going to be wearing number 91 for the rest of his career, right? And he said that with confidence. He said that as if he had no doubt in his mind, right? And, to hear that, I mean, that's cool, right? But I would love to know how that conversation went with Yannick Ngakoue and Kendall Vickers. But, I mean, we have some other number changes, right? We have Kendall Vickers who got number 1 taken away. He's number 93. Darius Filine, a guy who I might have to struggle a bit to make this roster. He's wearing number 96. Quinton Jefferson's wearing number 97. We have a lot of number changes. I believe that Solomon Thomas is wearing number 92. We have a good amount of number changes. Another guy on that offensive line who got a number change or is an official number, Nick Martin, a free agent acquisition from the Texans. He is wearing number 96. One of my favorite UDFAs, Darius Stills, is going to be wearing that number 79. We got some good numbers, and one that's kind of surprising me is Carl Joseph. We don't have a number 8 on our roster, I don't believe, or if we do, it's not an important number 8, right? Carl Joseph, instead of, he couldn't get his number 42 from Corey Littleton, he went with number 43. Now, I'm not sure that if he wanted to get that number 8 is what he wore over there at West Virginia in college. I would have thought that if he couldn't wear that number 42, he was going to get that number 8, but Carl Joseph decided to go with number 43. Now, there's nothing wrong with that at all. I mean, John Brown is 15, Willie Snead is 17, and I believe that Kenyon Drake is wearing number 23. Those are some pretty big number changes, and I mean, it doesn't mean too much at the end of the day. It's just some number changes, right? It's just the number on the back of their jersey. I mean, it's official. Alex Leatherwood is wearing number 70. Trayvon Merrick, one of the shockers, is going to be wearing number 25, right? I know a lot of us were so hyped, like, oh my God, is Trayvon Merrick going to wear that number 7? That'll be dope. A lot of us wanted to get that Trayvon Merrick jersey because of it, but it looks as of now, he's going to be rocking out number 25. I believe that the Raiders did say that these numbers are subject to change, so nothing is set in complete stone, right? Michael Kuntz, 3rd round, very, very good rookie, in my opinion, is going to be wearing that number 56. Divine Diablo, a bit of a surprising number. I mean, he could have probably went with the number 31. I'm not sure who has 31 on our team, and if there isn't one, I'm not too sure why they didn't give it to Divine Diablo. I think he said that he models his game after Cam Chancellor, and that Cam Chancellor wore number 31 in the NFL. I know that Willie Snead has number 17, so he couldn't get that 71 or that 17 that he wore in college. But Divine Diablo is going to be wearing number 49 in the NFL, and that'll look a little bit awkward, in my opinion, on a linebacker, right? On a weak side linebacker. That'll be pretty interesting to see a weak side linebacker not wearing number 49, right? And one of my favorite draft acquisitions this year, Tyree Gillespie, is going to be wearing that number 37 on his back. Like we all said, these are all subject to change. But I think Tyree Gillespie with number 37 is pretty cool. Nate Hobbs rocking out with that number 39. That's a pretty cool number. I mean, it's just 39, right? I mean, let's see. What if Nate Hobbs can really make 39 that a fire number, right? I think that Nate Hobbs kind of has some good spark under him, man. I think that Nate Hobbs can really impress this season, right? If he were to get that shot. And our 7th round acquisition, our center, I think his name was James Morrissey. He's going to be wearing number 65. He's a backup offensive lineman. Now, a guy who I was preaching to get his number back. A guy who I really wanted him to get his number back. Cleveland Furrow finally was able to get his number back after the departure of Arden Bumself-Key was cut and signed with the 49ers. Cleveland Furrow was now able to get his number 99 back that he wore at Clemson, right? I mean, I honestly, number 99 is you look at the history of that number 99, not just with the Raiders, but in the NFL. That used to be a number that you had to earn on that defensive line. And you know, that's what I was always told when I was playing football as well. Number 99 is a number that you earn, and in my opinion, Arden Key never earned that number, right? He just got it handed to him. Now, Clelin Ferrell, on a big year that we all expect him to do big things, gets his number 99 back, and I am hyped for Clelin Ferrell. I am so happy he's getting his number 99 back. It'll be very, 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 very fun to see him back in that number 99. Maybe now, either he gets that number 96 covered up that he got tattooed with the Raiders shield, or he just gets another Raiders shield on the other arm with the number 99. That would be very, very cool to see. But we'll see, Raider Nation. I know maybe a lot of you guys wanted me to talk about the schedule change, but I have some big things in the works for tomorrow about that schedule change, man. I mean, about that schedule release. We'll talk about that a lot tomorrow. But Raider Nation, that'll be it for today's video. Like, comment, and subscribe if you can. And I'm out. Peace.